Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you stopping by and checking out this video. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. Alright, today's craziness is out of the Miami School of Law with one Mary Ann Franks, who is considered their legal scholar of the university. Mary Ann Franks thinks it's time to rewrite the First and Second Amendment. I know, it's crazy, but it's here and these people are not going to quit. So Mary Ann Franks, let me give you the why she thinks the First and Second Amendment need to be changed and that they are outdated, and her proposal will be better than what was written. So Mary Ann Franks says, rights to free speech, religion, and bearing arms, quote, inspire religious-like fervor in many Americans, and that both are deeply flawed in their respective conceptualization. Sorry, words are hard sometimes. So Mary Ann Franks thinks that the First and Second Amendment are deeply flawed on many levels. What I'm going to go ahead and do is read you the First Amendment and then read you Mary Ann Franks' proposal for her new woke First Amendment. Now there's some interesting things she does here in her proposal, so I want you to try to pay attention and see what words she changed or completely removed from her proposal. So let's read the First Amendment. As it is written, Congress shall make no law respecting establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Now, that is our First Amendment. Now let's hear Franks' First Amendment. It says, quote, every person has the right to freedom of expression, association, peaceful assembly, and petition of the government for redress of grievances, consistent with the rights of others to the same and subject to the responsibility for abuses. All conflicts of such rights shall be resolved in accordance with the principle of equality and the dignity of all persons. Right away, if you didn't catch it, you can see that free press and free speech are completely either removed or demolished in her First Amendment proposal. It's crazy. It gets crazier. Wait till I read you the Second Amendment. So I'll give you my conclusion, my closing thoughts on why I think this is laughable and why I think this is scary at the same time. So let me go on and read the Second Amendment, something you guys should all be familiar with. It says, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now here's Frank's Second Amendment proposal. Pay attention again what she does to the words here, what words she removes. It's just, let me just read it. It says, quote, all people have the right to bodily autonomy consistent with the right of other people to the same, including the right to defend themselves against unlawful force and the right of self-determination in reproductive matters. Now listen to this part. The government shall take responsible measures to protect the health and safety of the public as a whole. So first of all, bearing arms is completely removed. That is gone. She thinks that needs to be removed. Not only that, but she says your right to bear arms needs to go, and the government needs to take over for your health and safety. That's on the government's shoulders to do that, not yourself. Just nuts. So in kind of conclusion here, my thoughts, I do think it's a little bit scary, and I'm going to tell you why, because this person is a very high profile individual in a really good school, in a very high position of law. She's a legal scholar. I mean, you don't just get there overnight. I know a lot of what she says is completely nonsense, but she is there, she's in that position, and being in such a position, you are having a lot of influence over young minds, and this is where this is really scary. If she could do this publicly and come out and say it's time to change our First and Second Amendment and this is how I want to change it, completely uprooting it and flipping it on its head, can you imagine what's being taught behind closed doors to these young kids? It's very scary. Not only that, they're creating these little evangelists that go out and spew this nonsense to even their siblings, the younger generation, to their friends, to their family. And it's almost like it's injecting a metaphoric virus into our nation that's just corrupting everything. And it starts in the home with the parents, but these schools, I mean, are essentially raising these kids from elementary up to the universities, and they're having majority of their time at school with these professors and these teachers who are influencing them significantly to go on and do the same to the next generation to come. So it is scary, but there is hope. I definitely think that calling these people out on this and saying, hey, we see what you're doing, it's absolute nonsense and it's not going to happen, and we're not going to let it happen. So I just want to give you guys that update on this craziness taking place. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll continue to make more videos like this if I see anything else come out that's just as ridiculous as this. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all take care and God bless.